Hello everybody, it's Charles Harper here, and what I'm going to show you now is, hopefully you've seen my other video where I showed you how you're going to be able to take your start your Hangout inside of YouTube. This way that I'm going to be showing you is has a few more steps, but those steps are going to be worth it, especially if you're going to want to have interaction and you're going to want to be able to answer questions while you're on your Google Hangout. So follow me through these steps. Now, once again, as is the case in all my videos, I use two screens. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to be looking off to the right-hand side. It's going to look a little weird, but I'm with you, and then we'll direct it back to you, and let's go ahead and get started. Now, I'm going to start this process from my Google Plus page. So if you don't have a Google Plus page, you're going to want to get one. And basically, you're just going to start a Google Plus account. Anytime you get a Gmail address, you automatically have a Google Plus account. And you are going to start everything from going to your Google Plus homepage. I'm going to show you where that is right here. So I'm going to look off to this here, and I'm going to go to my Google Plus homepage. Now, you want to go to the page and so that you can follow me here. Okay, so now here I am at my Google Plus page, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look for the left-hand side menu. I'm going to click the button, the link that says Hangouts. That's where you want to start. So I'm going to go ahead and click that button, and then Google's going to, okay, and then you're going to see it says Hangout on Air. And this says Start a Hangout on Air. So you start by clicking that link, and that is going to get you started. Now, you're going to have a dialog box, and you can go ahead and just give your Hangout a name, and we're going to call this Training, just to keep it simple and quick. And we're going to tell people what it's about. You want this to be descriptive. I'm just going through this so that you can see it. So we're going to type in training, right? And then we're going to start this Hangout right now. Now, if you're going to schedule this Hangout, you click later and put the time in there. But now you're going to have to go inside of the Hangout anyway to give the link. So let's go ahead right now, and we're going to start this Hangout right now. Okay, so what we're going to do is just click the Now button. That's going to take away my ability to give a date. I'm going to click Share. I don't really care whether or not I share it or not, because really I'm going to be giving the link to wherever my people are on email or otherwise. Now, here's what's going to happen. While we're talking, Google is literally opening up a page, and I want you to pay close attention to that page because it's important that you see a couple of things here. Now, there are two things here you're going to want to see. Number one, you're going to see that there's a trailer button. Okay, if you see that, that trailer is for you to record a YouTube video where you are going to tell people what the Hangout's going to be about. So when they come to your Google Plus page, they're going to see this trailer. Now think of a movie trailer, right? Now a movie trailer is designed to get people excited about what's coming. So everybody is connected with you on Google Plus. They come to your Google Plus page and they see this video, and you've got a trailer there, and the trailer is like, whatever the last movie was you saw that you really liked. One of the things that got you excited about the movie was a trailer. So you put a YouTube video in front of there. Now, you don't have to do that, but you can do that, and it's one of the ways that you can enhance the attendance on your Hangout. The other thing that you're going to see there now is the Q&A button. Now, you see my cursor there, and if I click that Q&A button, it's important because if I don't click that Q&A button, I'm not going to have access to the Q&A feature when I'm on my Hangout. Now, I want that because I want to be able to interact with people when they're on YouTube, right? That's why I have that there, and I want to have that button available to me. And that's one of the advantages to starting your Hangout this way. We started one on YouTube on the inside, but we don't get that option, right? But you get that option here, and you want to go ahead and click that Q&A button so that you'll have that interaction. You'll be able to answer questions, and so I'm going to go ahead and click that Q&A button. Okay, so it's going to say it's enabling the questions app. If you see that, it's happening there on my screen. So when I get inside of YouTube, I'm going to have access to the Q&A button. Now, what I want to do now is I just want to click Start. Right? I'm going to start the Hangout. Now, Google is going to open up a page for me, And as I open up that page, now what I have here is I have my Hangout starting, and Google is going to give me another set of links, just like it did in the other video I did for you. In the left in the bottom right hand corner of that screen, it's going to give me some access to some links there, and I want to use those links there to connect. Now I'm going to get a dialog box, and it's going to ask me if I want to invite some guests. Right now, understand something. When I get this, right, when I get the opportunity to invite guests, my guests are going to be on the Hangout with me. Does that make sense? They're gonna be on the Hangout with me. So if you want to have people present with you, right, you can invite them to come and present with you. We're gonna get a different link entirely in order to give to people to watch you on YouTube. So understand the difference. When we invite people, we're inviting them to come and hang out with us, and we're going to invite them into the Hangout. They're going to be on the panel with us, on the dais, if you will. But what we're going to do is we're not going to skip that, because we're not going to want anybody to present with us. We want to get the link and then give people the YouTube link so that they can connect with us and watch the Hangout like everybody else. All right, so I'm going to click skip for this time. Right now, if you're going to have people presenting with you, make sure you get their email address and their Google Plus handles before this process, because once you get in here, you're not going to want to back out of it in order to get started again, if that makes sense. Okay, so you see my Google Plus page coming up. Google is bringing it up 35-40%. It's going to come up, and once it comes up, I'm going to be inside of the Hangout. Right now, here's what I have here. I've got a start broadcast button, and literally what I can do now are two things. What I can do now first, before I start the broadcast, right? Before I start the broadcast, I'm going to get this links button, right? And then Google is going to give me a set of links. Now that's right down there at the bottom, and I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this link that says YouTube page. I'm going to copy that link, and that is the link I'm going to give to people in order for them to then join me on YouTube. I can also give them the event page, which is on Google+. Now, if you just want people to get to the Hangout and watch it, they can watch it on YouTube. If you want to have them watch it on Google+, they have to have a Google+ account. If they don't have a Google+ account, they can't watch it on the event page. So sometimes that's not necessarily what you want to do. You want to kind of weigh that out as to whether or not they're going to be able to follow you or not. So you're going to have that page. You can give one or two things, the event page or the YouTube page. Personally, I would give people the YouTube page, because you don't know if anybody and everybody who's following you is going to have an event page. Eventually, people will connect with you on Google+, but if they don't, you want to have them, and you want to have them on the Hangout. Okay, so that's down there, right down there on your right-hand side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click Start Broadcast. Right, and that's going to literally, and Google's going to give me a message now. It says, now, do you want to go live? I'm going to say yes. Right, I'm ready to go live. And now when I go live, I am on Hangout. So literally, right now, I'm broadcasting on YouTube. So everybody that's got the link can watch you on YouTube right now. They can watch me on YouTube. Now, here's going to happen. I'm going to go over here to the right-hand side. And when I do that, I'm going to get a list of options. And I want you to see something here, because on the right-hand side, remember that Q&A button. That Q&A button allows me to interact with people on YouTube. If I click that button, that's going to turn the app on. Now, the only reason I have access to that app in the first place is because I did that outside of Google+. Right? Remember, we didn't start the Hangout in YouTube. We started out in Google+. That's why I have access to that button. Now, all the other controls, will cover that in another video. I know this video is kind of long, but I wanted to show you how to get your Hangout started and what the differences are. So remember, you can go out, make sure you do a trailer, because that gets people excited. You want to also remember to get that Q&A app. And then if you're going to have people present with you, get them and get their handle ahead of time so that when you get ready to set up your Hangout, when you get the invitation button or the invitation link inside the YouTube, you put their handle in there and they can join you on the panel. Okay, so now with that, you have what it takes now to get started. Now, what I want you to do, make sure that you're following all the daily videos, because I'm going to show you this on a daily basis. I'm going to roll this out to you and show you various tips and tricks that you can really use in order to enhance your overall experience. And I hope that this has been helpful with you. If it is, do me a favor, subscribe right down there at the bottom, or join me at gainmindshare.net/daily training, and you will get one daily video every single day, and I'll show you a little more. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in my next video.